global platform now that Caitlin will have coming into the professional ranks. So it's really a great time to be in basketball.
Caitlin Clark is clearly a catalyst for a business that was, and let's be honest, Caitlin to some degree financially saved the WNBA. It was hemorrhaging money for years.
To build, you have to scale, and ultimately expansion had always been on my list. But we didn't want to rush into it because we wanted new owners, like new ownership groups. Anyone who knows sports here knows, like, it's a slog to be a sports.
How do you protect your most valuable asset, Caitlin Clark, from being lured away by a competing organization? Just hours ago, the WNBA delivered its answer to that very question. The world continues to buzz about Caitlin Clark, a name now firmly linked with basketball greatness.
Hi, Caitlin.
Hey, what's up, Caitlin? Caitlin.
Known for her fierce competitiveness and incredible shooting range, Caitlin Clark was expected to elevate the WNBA to new heights the moment she was drafted.
The Indiana Fever select Caitlin Clark, University of Iowa.
But according to recent speculation, Caitlin Clark may consider leaving the WNBA to play in Europe, where lucrative contracts are waiting. In response, the WNBA is reportedly prepared to make an unprecedented move, offering her a potential ownership stake. Clark's entry into the league was seen as a game-changer for the Indiana Fever, and now, keeping her on U.S. soil has become a top priority.
Actually looked up how much the tickets are going for. I kind of cut that price in half.
The WNBA viewed Caitlin Clark as their breakthrough star after a record-breaking college career that captivated the nation. She drew massive crowds, shattered viewership numbers, and brought attention to the women's game like never before. Her impact was immediate, levering fan interest, television ratings, and ticket sales across the league. For the Indiana Fever, a team that had long struggled with performance and attendance, drafting Clark was seen as a turning point. And while expectations soared, the pressure to deliver results followed just as quickly.
Fever are going to be over 200,000 higher than the next highest total attendance in league history. Clarkonomics, my friend!
Many believed she had the power to transform the entire franchise single-handedly, and that belief wasn't just speculation. Her ability to draw crowds was already proven during her college career. In just her rookie season, Caitlin Clark's games quickly became must-watch events, breaking viewership records and driving some of the highest ratings in women's basketball history. Her impact also sparked nearly a fourfold surge in Indiana Fever's attendance, playing a major role in one of the WNBA's most successful seasons for television. Viewership.
Getting more and more people, and it's getting bigger, it's getting louder, and it's a very fun environment to be in.
For the WNBA, Caitlin Clark represented more than just a player. She was a beacon for the league's future, a symbol of growth, hope, and untapped potential.
Caitlin Clark is clearly a catalyst for a business that was, and let's be honest, Caitlin to some degree financially saved the WNBA. It was hemorrhaging.
Caitlin Clark has quickly become the face of the WNBA. Her arrival brought record crowds, soaring TV ratings, and a surge of interest in the Indiana Fever. She's not just a player, she's a game changer.
The records keep coming!
Caitlin Clark has become a hot commodity, and, not just in the WNBA, European teams are also making strong offers, aiming to attract top talent with greater financial stability. Players like Breanna Stewart and Diana Taurasi have openly shared how playing overseas gave them higher pay and more chances to compete, making Europe a serious option for many elite athletes.
Like, there's that 4-year period where you need to grow as a person, but then the NIL comes into play.
Oh, we keep walking right back into that.
Opportunities overseas offered financial rewards the WNBA couldn't match. As Caitlin Clark saw the clear pay gap, she began considering a move across the Atlantic. European teams often present significantly higher contracts, giving players a chance to maximize their earnings in ways the WNBA currently struggles to provide.
500,000, $1 million. Off your NIL? Are you staying?
Caitlin Clark's potential move to Europe presented her with more than just a bigger paycheck. It offered financial security, international exposure, and the chance to compete with some of the top teams across the globe. Reports suggested elite European clubs were willing to offer her multi-million-dollar deals. Faced with this, Clark was at a crossroads: remain in the WNBA with a lower salary, or head overseas to maximize her earnings. In response, the WNBA made a bold and historic move, granting Clark a share in the Indiana Fever franchise. This decision was unprecedented in women's sports. Ownership stakes are typically given to veteran athletes nearing retirement or individuals with significant business backgrounds. For a young player like Clark to receive such an offer showed just how much the league values her and the long-term impact she can have on the future of women's basketball. This move signaled that both the WNBA and the Fever see Clark not just as a star on the court, but as a foundational figure in the sport's growth. If she chooses to stay, Clark won't just be leading the team, she'll also be helping shape its financial future. With sports franchises rapidly growing in value over the past 5 years, driven by expanded media rights, increased sponsorships, global fan engagement, and the rising popularity of women's sports, the WNBA's investment in Clark represents a forward-thinking strategy to build lasting success. Leagues like the NBA, NFL, and European football have seen the most noticeable growth in recent years, but others, including the WNBA, MLB, and NHL, have also experienced major increases in franchise values. Over the past 5 years, MLB team valuations have grown by more than 42%, and the NHL by over 50%. The NFL remains a leader, with team values rising more than 40% now. The WNBA is emerging as the next big league poised for rapid growth. After this season's surge in attention, it's clear the league has significant momentum. The Indiana Fever alone have seen their valuation climb to over $1 million. Nearly 40% increase this year, driven by a new media deal and, most notably, Caitlin Clark's arrival.
NBA has seen record-breaking numbers this season in viewership, ticket sales, merch sales, and just overall growth of the...
And this could be just the beginning. Caitlin Clark's ownership stake sets her up for long-term financial success and could pave the way for her to become the first female basketball player to reach billionaire status. She would join a rare group of elite athletes like Serena Williams, who've not only dominated their sport but also built immense wealth and influence beyond it. Even during her college career, Clark made it clear that her goals extended beyond the court. She spoke often about growing the game and using her platform to create lasting impact both in and out of basketball.
Class A viewership, which is up 400% to 40%. Between ticket sales, which is up 93% to 16%. Between regular game viewership, which is up 180% to 20%. What Caitlin Clark has done is grown the WNBA exponentially.
No one gave me that kind of opportunity in the biggest moments, and I only wish the stakes in the WNBA were higher. This ownership share gives Caitlin Clark a rare chance to help shape how a team operates, something that could impact not just the Fever, but the entire league. The WNBA sees her as a transformative figure capable of taking the game to new heights. Losing her to Europe wouldn't just be a blow to Indiana, it would be a missed opportunity for the league to grow its fan base and reach a global audience.
Nitpicking every single thing I do, and I know I want to help this franchise get even better, help my teammates get even better, be better for my teammates, and I know there's a lot of room for me to continue to.
Caitlin Clark's presence gives the WNBA a powerful opportunity to attract more profitable sponsorships and grow its global reach, especially in a league where TV viewership has traditionally been limited. Her influence could drive audience numbers to new heights. With key players like Clark leading the way, her long-term commitment would be a major step toward solidifying the league's growth and future expansion.
Not following after Caitlin Clark's been eliminated, and they're not into the league because they're conditioned by the league.
In professional sports, ownership represents more than just financial gain. It symbolizes power, influence, and long-term legacy. Offering Caitlin Clark an ownership stake isn't just about retaining a talented player. It's about securing the WNBA's future for veterans like A'ja Wilson, who have spent years building their personal and professional brand within the league. Seeing a rookie like Clark offered such a prestigious opportunity may feel like their efforts are being overlooked. Players who've dedicated years to growing the game might view this as a shift in league dynamics, where younger stars receive the spotlight, media attention, and major opportunities early in their careers. Ownership stakes, like the one Michael Jordan held in the Charlotte Hornets, aren't just business moves, they redefine an athlete's role within a franchise. As the WNBA explores similar territory, concerns may arise about certain players receiving preferential treatment in sponsorships or media exposure. If not handled carefully, such moves could risk creating tension among players in the locker room.
Final WNBA playoff game, 2.5 million viewers.
Appreciate you. And I think that what she has done for women's basketball, especially in this country, has been phenomenal. There is no woman, no matter how great you were as a player, Cheryl Swoop.
Clark's offer could set a new precedent in the WNBA, one that future players might come to expect. But for veterans, it could feel like a shift that leaves their years of dedication underappreciated. Players like A'ja Wilson, who have earned respect through consistent excellence, might view this move as a sign that the league is prioritizing marketability over longevity and leadership. This kind of deal positions Clark in a unique and powerful role, not just as a player, but as someone with long-term financial security and influence in team operations. It highlights more than just a pay gap. It reflects a change in how the league values rising stars compared to its established veterans. That contrast could create tension, if not addressed carefully, as the balance between honoring experience and promoting new talent becomes more complex.
Playing basketball right now is a miracle. Some of the fans that were unhappy with her one play, a defensive play, called for that same tumor.
In the end, the WNBA's offer of an ownership stake to Caitlin Clark reflects both her rising stardom and the league's efforts to secure its most marketable talent. However, for established stars like A'ja Wilson, it could spark feelings of frustration or envy, raising questions about fairness, recognition, and how the league balances rewarding its veterans while investing in its future.
Try and stay ahead of that, try and tamp it down or act as a league when two of your most visible players are involved, not personally, it would seem, but their fan bases are involved.
Because it highlights a shift in the league's dynamics where rising stars with major media attention may receive opportunities that even seasoned champions are not offered. This groundbreaking agreement could reshape the WNBA's future and may spark tension among the league's top players, as questions of fairness, recognition, and influence begin to surface. Clip 16. All eyes are now on Caitlin Clark. Will she accept the WNBA's groundbreaking offer to become a part owner of the Indiana Fever? Or will she take the path many others have followed, heading to Europe in pursuit of higher immediate earnings? The decision could shape not only her future, but the future of the league itself.
Not just one person. That's jealousy.
I agree with that.
So stop it with all the, nobody's jealous of Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese just showed you on.
For Caitlin Clark, this choice goes far beyond the court hits about the legacy she wants to leave. Staying would make her a pioneer, the first player on in WNBA history, a move that could reshape the league for generations. But if
we're pretty close. This has been as close as it's been all second quarter long.
20 plus years, or whether they're new fans in our league, I think continuing to uplift this